as you can fucking see right now, that I'm sweating bullets. I mean, I'm sweating so damn much, you can actually see the sweat on my goddamn arms. On both arms. I'm tired of being in Nashville. I'm tired of being in Tennessee. And the one that I am homeless with, we don't do drugs, we don't do alcohol. Yes, we do have physical and emotional and developmental health disabilities, but hey, what can I say? We're it seems like any time that we try to do anything for ourselves, here's the thing: fuck everybody else, okay? Fuck goddamn Freddie O'Connell, fuck Tanya Hancock, fuck Olivia Hill, and Zulfat, the African cunt that and also fuck Governor Lee, fuck Speaker of the House Cameron Sexton, fuck everybody in politics. It seems like if you or like me and the one I am homeless with doesn't do drugs, doesn't drink alcohol, doesn't smoke cigarettes or any of that, but you are a non-Christian, a white non-Christian, I will tell you this now. You have no rights here in Tennessee because the reason why, I can tell you why. I am a Wiccan pagan. I have no problem letting that be known. I have no problem with it. The one I lived with for 9 going on 10 years until 9 weeks ago today, we were still around each other, but you know, we lost our place illegally 9 weeks ago. She's a druidic pagan. I'm Wiccan pagan. We have no problem letting people know who we are and what we are, but the problem still remains that there are Christian terrorists out there who just doesn't want to help us get out of even our own people. So how can we fully trust anyone? All we want to do, one of the main things is right now is going to Colorado Springs and doing the looking for a friend of ours who is a shamanistic pagan from that used to live in Connecticut and then used to live here until 2019 up until 10 weeks ago of today because our friend is actually missing. 68 years old, Kathy Louise Crenshaw, wheelchair bound, is known to have strokes, has diabetes. Half of a leg is missing on one side. All of her toes on the other side are gone due to amputation. And also diabetes causes her strokes, and her strokes causes her to have a slight chance of dementia every now and then. So that's not good. And Colorado Springs Police Department, St. Francis Hospital are both saying that she's missing, but St. Francis Hospital claims that she's never been there when they're the ones who called me and my roommate. So now we are having to not only having to suffer the consequences of other assholes here in Nashville, but we are having to do a do the work that the police over in Colorado Springs are supposed to be doing. Other than that, here in Nashville, if you are pagan of any sort and you're white and any other racial background, you have no fucking rights here. You are literally, I'm just going to say it this way, condemned to being treated differently, like you're nothing. You don't get the help you need. You don't get any fucking thing. You don't. You have to suffer until you're just so they can force you into doing what they want you to do, which is convert to Christianity. You fucking Christian terrorists can suck my fucking cock. I don't care anymore. If you don't want to help us to stay here and be equal with you because we're different, then how about you just you just give us the money we need and we can go our own way. Plain and fucking simple. Because of Donald Trump's policies on mass deportation, Democrats are literally doing counter policies by hiding those who have been here thousands of years prior to white Christians, maybe a few thousand years prior to pagans, but that's the thing. This was a pagan nation way before Christians decided to steal this land. And if it were up to me, I'd send, if it were up to me, and it's not, but if it were up to me, I would send every one of those damn Christians back to Nazi Germany and to England in a fucking wooden coat, which means a coffin and a casket. But it's not. I've been spending so many years trying to tell them that we are just as miserable as they are, that we deserve equality and respect just like anyone else. But no, no. Let it be a Blood, a Crip, Vice Lord, Gangster Disciple, MS-13, Brown Pride, Latin King, Cartel. Let them bitch, whine, and cry for stuff that they don't even have the right to, like equality and respect. They make more crimes happen because of the shit that they're demanding. They demand equality and respect and, equal liberties and everything, but yet turn around and fuck it all up by selling drugs, doing all the illegal shit. Why? Because if they get the damn Black Lives Matter, Gideon's Army, and NAACP involved, someone is literally bitching, whining, and crying saying that it's racial profiling. It's not when it's all over the fucking news and you see it in the fucking day. For example, this past Sunday, which was the 13th, Sunday the 13th of July of this year, me and my roommate both are sitting at McDonald's eating lunch. Luckily, we had luckily, there were a couple of nice Christians who helped us with a little bit of money. We didn't ask for the money. We didn't do a spell or anything. They offered it. No big deal. If you're offering the money, yeah, we'll take it. But if we ask for it, no. If you are offering to help us with money or something like that, we'd be more happy to take it and accept it. So we're sitting. So back to the Sunday the 13th. We're sitting there. A white redhead guy and a black guy in the lobby area where everyone sits at, near the bathroom, near the restrooms, where everyone eats at. Well, I mean, not eating in the restrooms, but there's an area in the McDonald's here in Madison where everyone sits at and eats. They did a drug deal right fucking there. A fucking drug deal right there in the middle of goddamn McDonald's. Not even giving a fuck that there are two cameras pointing in their damn direction. So evidently there's a lot of shit going on because of the policies and counter policies that government on both sides are doing and are making. it shouldn't. And also, there are people out there who struggle because of people coming in from other cities and states into Tennessee, making it difficult for those like me and my roommate to actually have a roof above our head. Here's the problem with that. You shouldn't have to kick people out because they have less money than the person you want to move in. And the people who owns the complex that my roommate and I lived in, one's a Republican, one is a independent politician. And the Republican is, I don't know, and I will say the names, Shannon Hell of Hell Properties LLC. She is an emergency management commissioner of Hendersonville, Tennessee, Republican. Her husband, Mark Bergdorf, is a junior alderman of Hendersonville of Ward 1 Ward 1 Hendersonville, Tennessee. He's the director of operations of all of Hell Property LLC locations. Two in Sumner County, four in Davidson County. The new property manager of the one behind Seventh Day Adventist thrift store literally started kicking people out left and right after Trump, aka Trump, started saying that he was going to do the mass deportation back in September of 24, 2 months before election month. And 9 weeks ago, me and my roommate happens to be the latest victims on that. And here's what's really fucked up, people. It's still happening. All because of the property manager being married to being married to someone from Honduras. Here's the thing: if you want to live in a city and a state, and you are doing something that illegal, maybe it's time for you to fucking check your surroundings, even when you're alone during the fucking day. Because you're gonna end up evicting the wrong person, and they're gonna do something to you. See, and also in Colorado, not Colorado Springs, but Colorado in Castilla County, my roommate and I have a 5 acres of land that we're still paying on. It's altogether $9,120. We're $2,000 within that. We just need to get the rest of the payment done to where we can actually get something out there. Yes, the minimal of square footage for a tiny home is 600 square foot, but I have an idea. I'm hoping that the city council of San Luis, which is the place that mostly takes over all the planning and stuff, will actually accept my idea for a little bit until we can do the complete building of 600 square foot minimal. But hopefully, um, but other than that, it's like we're trying to get things done to where we can move out there, but with the way things are going, we can't. Yes, you see that there's a mess behind me, but yes, there's broken grocery carts that I've been tearing down and trying to um make shelving out of. Yes, there is a broken but well, kind of a broken bike behind me as well. You see two monitors, but that's not all of them. That's You see a lot of stuff back here behind me. That is stuff that is like, oh, I could do something with this, I could do something with that, but we don't have the space for it. This is a 500 square foot space that we can't do anything with because, according to The storage facility that we are using for all of our stuff, we can't even take it out. We can't even do anything with it outside to straighten it up in here or anything, because why? It's a wrong thing to do. So again, we are not really asking for help. Me personally, I am. We've been trying to, me and my roommate have been trying to find out where we can get grants to get the stuff done that we need. Unfortunately, it's easier said than done, especially when we live in a world and in a city that hates us because of us being non-Christian. And the reason why it looks like I'm looking away, I'm not. I'm actually looking at the screen to check on the time on what I have, because my original screen is actually broken. So camera here, screen there, so oh well. Um but the thing is, we are in need of help. And we have been trying to ask people for help, and people just haven't been wanting to help at all. But I'm asking, if there's anyone that knows the struggle, especially those with money, anybody, I don't care who it is, I could be a celebrity, a politician, that already knows the struggle of what it's like to be out on the street and having to suffer. If you know the struggle, help. Okay, we will contact us. Under Kenneth Pinkerton or Laurel Dugan, okay, on Facebook. Um, it shouldn't be that difficult to find us. Um, and and contact us, see what could be done, or Kenneth Pinkerton 4 at gmail.com and or Wicked Tarantula 2016 at gmail.com. And if you're willing to help, great, contact us. We can work together on what can be done. I'm just tired of the crap. I'm tired of all the stress. My health cannot take it. So please, it is the heat of the summer, and we are in need of help. If you're willing to help us, go for it. If you're not, well, I understand that you're wanting to indulge in your own crap. Where's We cannot live in Nashville. It's too expensive to live in Nashville. For a studio apartment here in Nashville, it takes for both of us together, or both our incomes put together. It takes at least 3/4 of our income to pay for a studio apartment, which is too expensive for us. And we're trying to do everything we can to move to get our property paid on and to move out there to where we can actually live. And I will keep everyone updated regardless. The broken grocery carts, all of you would actually be able to see from a new location, probably from something like this size here, as a shed of sort. Not a storage shed, but a actual working shed, that the broken grocery carts we have here or from somewhere else will be turned into shelves that can actually be put in the back, um, bracketed to the back, and then the broken bikes will be turned into motorbikes or motorized pedal cars, which will be very awesome for being out there in the middle of nowhere. Um, but as I said, I will be willing to work with anyone who's willing to help. We are willing to help work with anyone and anybody that's willing to help. So please, if you know people that are willing to help, please look past the fact that we're on the streets. Look past the fact that we are non-Christians. We are just as miserable as you are. We've been like that. Our kind has been like that for at least a good few hundred years. All the stuff that a lot of you Christians think we do, we really don't do anymore. Like the sacrificing of children. Come on now. Please, if you hear of someone who claims to be pagan and talking about, oh, I'm going to sacrifice a child, feel free to call the law enforcement on them because our people don't even need that. And if you see someone who has a lot of kids around, and then for a few days you see the kids, but all of a sudden you stop seeing a lot of them, again, feel free, call the cops, okay? Because there's something messed up going on. And the whole idea of sacrificing animals, what if it's an animal that is of old age? Let's say a cow. A lot of people don't eat meat. A lot of people don't eat beef. But if it's a cow that cannot no longer produce milk, can no longer produce, give birth to calves, her and I had literally said if we're going to end up doing something like that, it's going to be for something like that because, yes, it's literally doing a prayer over food. It's a sacrificial food. And here's the thing if you are a Christian farmer or any kind of farmer, it doesn't matter. But if you are a farmer that has that kind of livestock, animal stock that's here in Tennessee and or in Colorado, and you don't have the chance to do anything with that, we would be happy to do that. And not only that, but we will actually have a whole feast with you. I have no problem not only taking one of your old cows or your old pigs, chickens, whatnot, and sacrificing them and doing everything that needs to be done, but I am willing to also cook the animals as well. And we all sit down and have a feast together. And you guys get to watch what happens, just so you can actually see what the process is. And I am actually allowing people to record the process of said preparations, which would be awesome. Because I need better videos for my YouTube channel anyway. But here's the thing: anything that can help. I mean, we are asking for help. We cannot. If you were to look on my Facebook under Kenneth Pinkerton at Facebook.com, you would see the area that me and Laurel sleep and live in. We come here, drop things off at the end of the day, and then we go to our tent at the end of the day. And then in the mornings, we come back, drop the stuff off from the night back in here. And then we head to the Madison Library here in Madison, Tennessee. Um, but other than that, she, in a way, is too prideful to ask for help. I used to be that way, but we are, and I still am at times. But it depends on the type of help. This is one type of help that we do need help with. It, and a train is coming. So I gotta make this quick. So if you are able and willing to help, contact us. Feel free to Kenneth Pinkerton at Facebook.com or Laurel Dugan at Facebook.com and or Kenneth Pinkerton 4 at gmail.com and or Wicked Tarantula 2016 at gmail.com. Thanks for listening. I'll keep you guys updated. Welcome to the real world. The hunt is forever on.